When Stan Gita Bella in Kazan, she's around Sarakare, Tindegita, Tizzo and Meda, and combat anything, Sala Tindegi Chig, Chatanji Major, and the Scare, Lesa gave it, Tindegi Chore. I didn't Jimmy Kongala, Tindegita, Chelsea Nazi, Zimachi, Machine, Tamama Pine, and Chelsea Gonza. Rama Chazaya Trani and Jimmy Jabin Nazi in the Transit, the Scarajagan Benny.
Well, when our visitors come to Domaling, have a look at the structure as it is today, I'm sure everybody gets highly impressed, and they say that also. But this is only a housing that we have created for them. The rest of it is still, we don't know where it will come from.
Here we feel that Tibetan Nuns Project is really doing a great job because we really wanted to make nuns, I think, good educated nuns. It's our hope that it will benefit to the many, many people.
We started in winter of 1990. Suddenly there were 66 nuns camped by the side of the road and no facilities. And so we had to quickly go into a building program, and out of that we have over the past 10 years been able to build up Domaling to where it is now.
The Chimujinga Saba Oya Dauda, Chima Oya Dauda, this canto to this chair, Parapara, Sinde Paraparuda, and Gunga Kumsun, something this children. No more normally to the Panjima, the Chikayamaris. And to the Garan Kamala Diara. To the Garan Kamala, they did somebody did. Naran such desa Jidaji use something, Nando use something entertainment. And it is not uncomfortable to try to gather this number. So they didn't come, but they didn't dinner, robot or those chairs and power of Chiki do, and never dilla. So the Nandamas on the Dutch Hazard, so the use something, Nalola Chi, so they said Dillachi use something, power of Chi.
The Nuns Project is very much a group effort. Rinchen Kandrila is the director, and Losan Dechanla and I are the co-directors. And we work closely together on everything from basic fundraising, report writing, curriculum decisions, finding teachers, figuring out how best to treat a sick nun, which hospital she needs to go to. It's a huge variety of different kind of tasks. In the fall of 1995, we were very fortunate to have a visit by His Holiness the Dalai Lama to Domaling. He sat in the temple with the nuns and he gave a talk that was just tremendously inspiring. And one of the things he said in that talk was that Domaling could really be a model, not just here in the exile community, but a model to take back to Tibet.
Education of the nuns, I think, is very, very important. Like education is important to everybody, to every child. It's just that the nuns are in a different field, and therefore why shouldn't it be all the more important because they're in a special field?
The Domaling curriculum is a new innovation. We're doing something at Domaling that's never been done systematically before, which is to carefully mix the traditional curriculum with the essentials of a modern education. And so the nuns study Tibetan language, history, culture, English, basic social studies and science, and even basic mathematics, because many of the nuns who come are illiterate. So they're getting both the traditional culture, which is the roots of their cultural heritage, but also what you need really to function in a modern world. And we hope also that the first generation of Domaling nuns who are trained and are ready to go out as teachers will go out both into the broader community, but also into the other nunneries, because up until now there haven't been nuns trained as teachers.
pele shoso company loni has there de nale ta jitangi khande jam soso ta simashi lajungi ta gugu kanje marane ta dil chule ne karjera da lurin tangone ge timba dute tama soso gi ta maomba soso ta kansa ta dilam kandaji kan lajun jebu ta 다자기 딱 안저 다자기 뜸배 진주니 쓰어봐 뒤 러준 다 다자기 뜸배 간데시 나도에 간데시 제도 서서 간데시 제부면 딘데기다 딘데기 러준 제네 서서 가르 제부면 러준디 다 신의 갸갈래네 신야 다 간서바 하고선스.
We are asking nuns to take the responsibility. If they really want equal status with the monk, they have to study Buddhist philosophy seriously, and they really worked hard. In Domaling, we have 13 years course, right? After 13 years course, if they want to become a teachers, they can go and get a teacher's training. If they want to do a health worker, they can go and do a health worker trainings. If they want to become a geisha, then they have to study further studies. If you really take the responsibility to serve the society, you'll get the respect, I feel.
There's a lot of things that the Tibetan Nuns Project does, including looking after nuns who come all sick from Tibet after being tortured and tormented in the prisons. And then many of these nuns who come from Tibet, they come with literally tattered health. And we spend a lot of money, energy, and people's resources on improving their health.
We're also seeing that there are a lot of women's health issues that need to be addressed, that there's a lot of ignorance about basic functionings of the body. The education that people have had in Tibet has not included any of what we would take as kind of standard basic health education. And one of the things that we've done over the years is we've trained nuns from 5 different nunneries as basic healthcare workers. Although self-sufficiency in the long run is our goal, it's not something you can just put in place immediately. And basically, we're looking to really educate and train a group of nuns, and then those are the people who are going to be able to take on and really run self-sufficiency projects.
There are those who can produce something with their hands, like sewing or pottery or making papers, or, we even keep cows to feed the nunnery with milk. All these, income-generating projects, which could make the nunnery self-sufficient. So we are looking at everything and making it into a positive angle to the nun, so that she can feel productive, positive, and be someone who can contribute something to the nunnery and eventually to the community.
One of the biggest problems we face right now is Shuksep Nunnery. And the reason is that the nuns are living in buildings that are disintegrating year by year, and the property that they're living in is no longer accessible by road.
아니 강고진라 미등게 되대서마 지단게 조님베 라우존라 튀슈진 정도스 안티네 야가 차부던데 좀바 이네마 티구지교 안 샬렌제제 지번에 수 샤제네제 미 참만데스 네버차제 정도스 엔디 당나시메 난가도서 양매단 주리다도 참마게 다는 아니야마 지고데 아니만 체제들에 다네 네버차 정도 이제는 엔 디지털다 간서래
We're now responsible for about 500 nuns. On a Western scale, the cost of living is really cheap. We figure that we can basically support someone for $30 US a month. But you multiply that by 500, and that's a significant amount of support that needs to come. You can sponsor a nun for $30 a month. You can sponsor a teacher for $100 a month. So that development and sustaining of Domaling is an important project. And then the ongoing funds to help all of the nunneries, which is mainly through sponsorship, so that they can sustain themselves and get their educational programs going as well. We need to build up the endowment to continue Domaling and really let this be a model educational project.
We still have lots of more needs, whether Domali looks good or not. We do have lots of needs. You imagine 100 people living together, eating every day. You will get an idea of why we are so anxious about our needs. And we only do this because they're there, doing something wonderful, studying values, studying to be a better human being. And we get the courage to ask for help because of that.